Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I realized that last week when I posted my first video, I was in such a haste to get the video posted that I didn't even introduce myself. I didn't even tell you my name or anything about me. So I figured today I would sit down and introduce myself and let you know a little bit about me and why I created this channel called Girl Not Afraid. So I decided I'm gonna film this video in real life. My baby is hungry, so I'm gonna make him lunch. I was actually sitting down and filming the introduction and I figured, you know what, let me just talk to you while I'm cooking. This is real life, right? So, as I was saying, my name is Shireen. I am Jamaican born. I spent 17 years of my life in Jamaica. It's home to me, it's where I went to high school, it's where my family's from, it's where a lot of my friends still live. At 17, I moved to the US and I finished high school there and did university and got my first job in America. So America is also home. About 7 years ago, I got married and moved to the United Kingdom, to England, to live with my husband. That in and of itself has been a journey. I contribute a lot of my growth and who I am today to that part of my journey, like living in the UK, moving away from family and friends and just starting life over and doing so without like the comfort and security of having friends and family nearby. We currently live right outside of London. It's me, my husband, our miracle child, my son Zion, and I have a cat. So when I moved to the UK, I didn't know anybody here. I consider myself a bit of an extrovert. I love to socialize. I love having a lot of people around me. So it was very lonely being here and just knowing one other person. And my husband isn't as outgoing as social, like he's very quiet and reserved. So he was comfortable in that lifestyle where it was just the two of us. But for me, it was very difficult. It was tough, honestly. So a friend of mine came to visit and she put me onto YouTube. She said, have you heard of this channel or this girl called Patricia Bright? At the time, I was only watching YouTube occasionally, once in a while. I was into nails, so I'd watch like nail tutorials, but I didn't realize that this whole world of vlogging and positive, inspirational channels existed. And my friend introduced me to Patricia Bright. And at the time, Patricia was doing, I don't think she was heavily into her beauty content. I think she was doing more of a lot of inspirational videos and uplifting videos and just a lot of positive affirmations. And I just fell in love with that whole world. I loved her video. I subscribed immediately and I tried to find other content creators who had the same style that she did at the time. And I know it might sound silly to say, but at that time in my life, YouTube was very therapeutic. Like, just to see these confident women going out there and speaking about their passions, like, it did something to me. It made me just realize, you know what, I chose to come here to England. Let me put myself out there. Let me get up and have some confidence and go out and make friends. And that's exactly what I did. And after that, life in the UK became much easier and I enjoyed it. So yeah, I can honestly say that Patricia Bright is probably where my love for YouTube started. Thanks, Patricia. But what I loved about YouTube was that it's not just about content creation or makeup videos or whatever you're into. Like, I love how these content creators are able to form these communities through their subscribers and other creators of people who have similar interests, and they can all come together and have conversations about the things that they like and share ideas. And I really love that. I have a lot of love and respect for YouTube for that particular reason. And that's probably what drove me to starting this channel. So 7 years ago when I did move here, I wanted to start a channel back then. And I felt like I had the content for it back then. Like, I was traveling. My husband and I traveled extensively through Europe. I think I've been to like 30 countries. We also went through a fertility journey that I thought would have been great content, not only for YouTube, but for my own personal diary. Like, I wish I had filmed that portion of my life so that I could go back and relive those memories. But honestly, during that time, I didn't have the confidence. Like, I really wanted to start a channel, but I didn't have the confidence to put myself out there to film my journey. A lot of things were going through my head, like I didn't want people from work watching. I don't know, it was just I didn't have the confidence. Not to say that I have the confidence now, but a part of why I'm doing this channel, Girl Not Afraid, and this blog, is to live through fear, to realize that it's okay to be afraid to do something that you really want to do, but live through that fear, like push yourself and motivate yourself through the fear, and hopefully you'll have good outcomes in the end. So I do realize that there are a lot of channels on YouTube. There are a lot of creators. There's maybe millions or billions of videos out there. There are a lot of people who are putting themselves out there and living through their fear and sharing their lives with you. And there's so many women who I admire. For instance, Desi Perkins just recently did a series on her channel about her fertility journey. And that resonated with me because, like I said, I also went through a fertility journey, but I was not at the time brave enough to share it with anyone. I don't even think I told most of my family or my friends about my journey. So seeing this video is probably the first time they're gonna hear about it. But I really respect that courage, and I'm hoping to channel that courage through my channel. Let's say that again. So I'm hoping to channel that kind of courage through my channel. And my intention is not necessarily just to share my life with you, because I don't think as an individual my life is that interesting or that impactful, but I'm hoping through my platform, through this YouTube channel and through my blog, that I can create a community of women who are willing to come together and share their lives and share their stories and share their courage, and through that we can build support and solidarity for each other. So if you're out there and you have a story where you live through fear and you'd like to share it, but you don't have a platform of your own, get in touch with me. I have a blog, I have this channel. I would love for you to tell your story, and I could tell your story with you. So that's my intention for this channel. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a lot of good fun topics. I'm gonna talk about my life as an expat in the UK. I'm gonna talk to other expats in the UK as well. I'm into interior design and I am a DIY queen. So I'm going to feature a lot of DIY videos and house buying videos. I mean, everything that encompasses my life in the UK, like buying a house and decorating, and motherhood as well. Like, how does motherhood differ here in the UK than in America, for instance? So I'm going to have a lot of fun content, but I also want to talk about things that may be difficult for other people to share, like things that people may be going through that they turn to YouTube to look for support, like I did when I first moved here and I was having a hard time. I want to talk about my fertility journey. I want to share that story, and I hope that other women will benefit from hearing about it. I want to talk about anxiety. We're going through this tough time with COVID, and I know there's a lot of mental health issues that people may not be so comfortable talking about, but they may need that support. So I want to talk about mental health. As I said, it's not just gonna be just me talking all the time. My intention is to have interviews and conversations with other women, so doctors or therapists, just people to be featured on my channel to help drive conversations and help to be supportive. So look out for those videos. If you guys have any other ideas of things that you'd like to see as well, let me know and I'll be happy to feature them as well. So I know some of you may have clicked on this video because I entitled it, Why You Should Start a YouTube Video in 2020. And I'm going to talk about that now. In fact, I think I'm finished cooking, so I'm going to go move back over to where the chair is and we can have a seat and I can tell you like why I think YouTube is still a great platform. Whatever message you have to share will be relevant, and I do think you should start a YouTube channel in 2020. Don't be afraid, but let's move over. Okay, I'm back. So let's talk about why I think you should start a YouTube channel in 2020. No, I don't think it's too late. So there are about 31 million YouTube channels on YouTube. That's a lot. So that means there's a lot of creators. There are billions of hours of videos. There's so much content on YouTube. But guess what? There's only one of you. You are unique. If you are thinking about starting a channel, that means that you've had an idea. You have an idea or you have a story that you want to tell. That idea or that story has probably been told across the platform hundreds of times. And that's fine because you are unique and your perspective of that idea or that story is unique to you. So even if someone have shared the story already, they haven't shared it the way you have. So I feel like it's very important that if you feel passionate about something that you want to share, go ahead and do it. Don't worry about what else. Don't worry if somebody else have already done it, because just understand that your perspective to that story is unique to just you, and it'll make a difference. I'll give you an example. A friend of mine, someone who I've met, who's also an expat in the UK. I met the same year when I moved here. I think she had just moved here from Michigan, I believe. She travels a lot. She's been to 50 countries. She's been traveling for the past 10 years. And she just decided last month to start her blog. And she also had these questions about whether or not it was too late. But it can't be too late. If you have a story to tell, like she has so many stories to tell, and her experiences were unique to her, she felt empowered and passionate about her idea, and she started her blog. And it's only been a month, but she's been so successful at it. So I believe that it's never too late. If you're alive, if you're breathing, it's not too late. So go ahead and try. The second reason why I think you should start your YouTube channel is because it's free. It's a free platform. Way back in the day, if you had an idea or a story you wanted to share with hundreds of people, you would have to pay somebody to get on TV or get in a newspaper or a magazine. You would have to pay to be heard and be seen. Your unique voice today, you can share and you can express yourself for free on this platform. You don't need a lot of expensive equipment. You can film using your phone. You don't have to buy a camera. You don't have to buy studio lights. You don't have to have a studio. I'm currently filming on my phone in front of a window. So don't let what you think you don't have limit your potential. The platform is free. I'm sure you have a smartphone, if not borrow a phone. It's free and it's easy. I think a lot of times we overcomplicate things and we get inside our heads and it's almost like you have a good idea and you talk yourself out of it because you're overcomplicating it and you're thinking, oh, I need to have the ring lights and I need to have the camera with the expensive lens. No, okay, get out of your head. Stop overcomplicating it. Use the phone that you have, use whatever camera you have. There's so much editing software out there that's free. Just do it. So the third reason why I think you should start a YouTube channel is not for the money. You heard me right, not for the money. So I know a lot of YouTubers on YouTube, they make so much money. This is their full-time job and they make a good living from it. And it's tempting. It's tempting to start a channel because you want to have side income or you want to make a little bit of extra money. But I honestly don't think that should be your main motivation behind starting a channel. I think it should be whatever you're passionate about. If you have an idea and it's driving you to create this platform, that means you're passionate about it and you should follow your passion. And eventually success and money will come. I feel like if you focus only on making money, then it can become discouraging because it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? You have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views in order to be able to have ads on your channel. That's a lot of work and I would hate for that to discourage anyone. I think if you just work in passion, put things out there that you feel really strongly about, that people will be drawn to that idea and people will like that, and then everything will flow organically the way it's supposed to. And then if you're meant to make money, then you will make money. And with that being said, I think too, one of the things I think it's important for us to, once we're putting content out there, to not be driven by numbers, not to constantly check how many subscribers or how many views you get, or even have too much of an expectation when you're first starting out, how many subscribers or viewers you will have. You know what I mean? If you believe strongly in the content you're putting out, just put it out there and let it flow organically and let people come. So when I posted my first video, of course I had anxiety about it. I mean, I was a little bit nervous But you know what? I woke up one Sunday morning and I'm like, you know what? That's it. I'm just going to post the video. And I think I was a little bit nervous because, like I said, I have expectations in terms of the quality of videos that I want to put out, and the quality wasn't on par. So I just put the video out one Sunday morning and I sent a copy of it to my sisters and to my friends. And I honestly expected the only views that I would have was just them, my sisters and my friends. So maybe like 10 views. After a week, I had over 200 views. And I know to some people who are counting money and views and subscribers, that might not seem like a lot, but to me, that was monumental. 200 views for something that I didn't even advertise it. I didn't put it on my Facebook page or anything. But what was even more rewarding and satisfying was a lot of the feedback I got were women and mothers and other women saying that the content really helped them, that a lot of them felt overwhelmed or stressed, and the tips that me and my collaborator gave about how to overcome stress and overwhelm was very helpful. And I already felt like I started to achieve that goal of creating this community where women just felt supported. And we started to have conversations about other tips. And it made me feel really good. Did I get a paycheck? No, I didn't get paid for the video, but I felt so good and so fulfilled just knowing that I had impact on someone else's life. So I feel like if you start your journey just knowing that whatever content you put out there will be impactful and could potentially put a smile on someone's face, or maybe even change someone's life, then that is a great success. That's a good reward. It's not just about financial gains, but about feeling fulfilled. I think that's all I had for now. And thank you so much for watching. I plan to post videos every Sunday. That's my target. Hopefully my son cooperates and allow me to. And then if I have anything extra, I'll post on Wednesdays. So right now, definitely every Sunday and maybe an extra video or two on Wednesdays. All right? Thanks for subscribing. See you guys soon. Bye.